Alan Bailey's looked good last year. I know he was playing defensive tackle, but they're moving him to defensive end this year. So we keep an eye out on them, both of them, and 97-2 for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, there definitely should be some good candidates from the University of Miami to win the award this year. Defensive end, one of the deepest positions, and really that defensive line as a whole has looked really solid this spring.
Yeah, it has been. It looks like they're really toughened up. Well, injuries hurt them a lot last year, and that's why Allen had to be used at defensive tackle. So hopefully they'll be safe this year and be able to finish the season really nice.
All right, Ted Hendricks, so good to talk to you. The Mad Stork stopping by with us, guys.
Boy, it's still intimidating just to see him on the sideline, isn't it, Casey? I mean, you're a former offensive lineman. I saw you shudder a little bit upon a view of the Mad Stork.
Well, I'm always shocked when I shake Ted Hendricks' hand, because he's got a big bear paw, and as old as he is, he's still got quite a grip. So one of the all-time greats, if not the best player ever to play at the University of Miami, Ted Hendricks.
And yesterday, I know you were down in Coral Gables, as you mentioned, and they say more than 100 former players. George Myra Sr., Cortez Kennedy, Jimmy Johnson, the former championship coach at the University of Miami. Highsmith again on the run and breaks it out of bounds after a pickup across the 50-yard line. What was the scene like down in Coral Gables, and what kind of an impact does that have on the current players as well?
I think it's great. We always look forward to the end of spring practice where we have the reunion. And this year, like you said, there was over 100 former players that came back from all over the country, come back to support the program, to support Randy. And it's become a tradition now. The last 3 years, Randy gives his state of the program address to all former players. We have a little meet and greet with the players after practice, and then we go up to the big team meeting room and enjoy some barbecue and some adult beverages. And then Randy comes out and gives us what his thoughts are on the past year and the year going forward. And I think I told you before the broadcast, he turned a fan into me again. He's very convincing, and I really like what he's been doing. And getting back to what we touched upon before, I don't think you really truly evaluate what Randy Shannon has done until you really look at what the impact he's made on not only the guys he's brought in, but on the impact on academics within the program. This year being, I think, a really crucial year for him. The one goal that he has not reached yet is to get to that ACC championship game, and he knows that former players and fans demand excellence from the program, and not getting to an ACC championship game, that is a failure. And this year, if he can do that, I think he will have definitely met the challenge, and I think he deserves an extension.
On the money, A.J. Highsmith, and into the end zone for the second time today, the senior receiver Hankerson with an outstanding job bringing that in. Leonard Hankerson in stride, and a perfectly timed pass by A.J. Highsmith.
Yeah, A.J. looks good. I think he is definitely making his case for that backup position to Ja'Cory Harrison. I like what I see from A.J. right now. He's very calm, cool, collected back in the pocket, and delivers a great ball to Hankerson, and Hankerson in stride for the touchdown. And I think the Ja'Cory, you can definitely see the influence that Ja'Cory has had on A.J. because he has that same smooth style and delivery from passing in the pocket.
So Leonard Hankerson able to beat both Brandon McGee and Jamal Reed in the secondary, and hauls in his second touchdown of the afternoon. 33-22, the Miami offense has the lead inside 5 minutes to play in our second quarter. And A.J. Highsmith, the sophomore out of Missouri City, Texas, and the son of former Hurricane great tailback Alonzo Highsmith, is bringing some comfort to the fans as the potential understudy for the second straight year to the injured Ja'Cory Harris. You know, we mentioned last year after Robert Marv decided to move on, and of course Cannon Smith and Tyler Cook also deciding to abandoning the University of Miami at the quarterback position, enter true freshman Highsmith to back up a pretty young guy in Ja'Cory Harris, who was the undisputed starter at quarterback. And entering that first week of the season, everybody was saying, just keep Ja'Cory upright. If heavens forbid he went down, we've got this first-year teenager on the field going up against some of the very best in college football.
It was scary, and I think it put Jacory in a very dangerous situation. We mentioned the offensive line did struggle last year with giving up 35 sacks, of which Jacory was the victim of all 35. Definitely beat him up toward the end of the year, but having a quality backup that you can trust, that can run the offense, that there's not going to be a total drop-off, you got to earn that trust in the spring, in the performance during spring, and it looks like AJ might have the edge right now.
Well, Sean Goldstein, the backup linebacker, able to break that football free. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for Stephen Morris, a true freshman quarterback, an early enrollee at Miami's Pace High School. Last year, as a senior in high school, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Morris. Now, Darius Johnson, the man in motion, number 4. Morris tries to avoid the defender Wesley, able to do so, and the ball deflected, and it is going to be picked off. Number 26, Ray Armstrong, the sophomore out of Sanford. Back down to the sideline and more from Allison Williams.
Here with the guy that certainly needs no introduction, Warren Sapp. First time back for a spring game since you left the University of Miami. How do we manage to fit into your schedule here?
You know what? I've had a little bit more free time since I've let go of the pigskin, and hey, why not stop by and see the young fellas and see what they got going?
Well, it's so good to see you out here. I saw you talking to Jacory Harris for a minute there. What did you have to say to Jacory? How's he doing?
Oh, no, I just saw him, and, we was talking about the Ohio State game. I'm thinking about venturing up with them because they might need a little protection up there.
Hey, I'm all for it. You back on the field, nobody would complain about that. And you've done some interesting things since then, Dancing with the Stars. You still got some moves for him?
I never had any to begin with, and my great partner taught me, so if she's nowhere around, don't ask me to dance.
Do you have a favorite for the competition this year?
Yeah.
What's that?
Ocho Cinco. My boy Chad got to bring it home. Bring it back to Dade County, Chad. We love you.
Well, you certainly got the personality. And looking a little bit at this team, I know you haven't had a ton of time to check them out, but the defensive line's supposed to be really strong this year. What have you seen that you've liked so far here today?
You know what? Number 57 has been one of those kids that you put in that mold and you give him the right tutelage. He should blossom into be one of the great ones, and let's see.
What does the U have to do to get back to the level it was at when you were playing?
You know what? It took all of us. I look at some of the recruiting classes that we had, but the one thing about us that we always believed in was us against the world. And once you bring it in-house and everybody that, comes to the meetings and does the practicing, those are the people that you need to fight and count on those Saturday afternoons because that's all you have.
Do you have a best memory or moment from your time at the U?
Running out of the tunnel every time in the Orange Bowl. That smoke and just is nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it. And I've been quite a few places.
Warren, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Guys.
Allison better be careful, Casey, because there is at least one sideline reporter making her way onto the stage for Dancing with the Stars. So Allison almost walked right into that one as she interviews one of the all-time greats at the U, Warren Sapp, who was recruited as a tight end into the program and, of course, became one of the best defensive linemen in college football history. Highsmith has this one picked off by Colin McCarthy. And McCarthy is at the 50. Better look at as Richard Gordon brings him down. But Highsmith already with a pair of touchdown passes this afternoon. Saw Colin McCarthy, the linebacker, stare that one down. And McCarthy expecting some big things coming back as a senior. And, you talk more about, as you get a look at Highsmith and Colin McCarthy, Colin fighting injuries throughout his career. Last year, All-ACC second team and second on the team in tackles with 95. He is certainly one of the keys to the defense in 2010.
Yeah, he brings a lot of experience. He brings a high tempo and a lot of attitude to the playing field. Expect a lot of great things from Colin McCarthy. He's been compared to a lot of great linebackers out there, namely Dan Morgan. You can definitely see the comparison rings true there.
Yep, both number 44s in their careers. Interceptions, well, University of Miami going to try to pump up a number. Last year, the Hurricanes 9 interceptions, which was 4 better than 2008. Here's Whipple looking downfield, and an adjustment made by Benjamin. Again, an outstanding job adjusting to the football for the second time today by Travis Benjamin.
Spencer Whipple running the offense there, knows where every person is on the field and always knows where Travis Benjamin is. See him taking the snap from shotgun, rolls to his left. A little bit of a pump fake that'll hang up the cornerback and the safety coming over the top, and Benjamin's there to haul down the pass.
Von Telemark in the secondary trying to provide the coverage. Telemark has had a strong